Very good morning, everyone. In the previous session, we have completed the half practical portions related with the database connectivity. I have explained the designing file, main activity.java files on create method we have already completed, contact.java file, inside that different types of constructor as well as getter and setter method for individual variables we have completed. There is database handler file.java which extends SQLite open helper. SQLite is nothing but it is a database which using which you can develop the applications in the Android Studio. In this, we have declared various variables and passed some values. When you create the object of database handler class over here with one argument, it will call this particular constructor which contains one argument. There are 4 arguments which you need to pass with the super context, that means current application. Name of database is context manager. Third argument we set with the null, and last is called database version. For the first time we create this database, so DB version is set with the 1. When this particular program is executed or this particular Java file is executed, it will call on create method. We have created the object of SQLite database DB. So db.execute SQL is executed. This is the string variable which we have declared. You need to take care while writing any query. See, if you don't know how to write query in Oracle, then you need to learn, then and then only you are able to develop application of connectivity in Android Studio. So syntax you need to follow. So create table is the keyword, then space, then name of table, bracket open, first column, integer data type, before that there is one space, primary key, auto increment, second variable that is KNM. KNM means name, then text is a data type, comma is used for the separation of 2 columns, third column again space and again text data type, and then bracket over. So using on create, your table is created. Then on upgrade event is written, because when you switch from older version to new version, at that time first of all you need to drop the older table if it is there in the memory, and on create will create database. Right? Now let us move towards our today's session and complete the connectivity program. Now see, when first button is clicked, at that time that button is related with the inserting. This one, save button, is used for the insertion purpose. Let me check. The save button contains button 1. So if there is button 1, at that time what we need to do? We need to insert record into the database. See, when you insert record, at that time ID is auto generated. Is that clear to all of you or not? That ID is auto generated. So when you insert any record into the database, you need to pass 2 values only. Number 1 name and number 2 phone number. So name we have inputted inside e1.getText.toString. That means in the first edit text I have passed the name, so that is fetched from edit text to the string variable. Similarly for the phone number. So whatever the content I have placed inside this two edit text, number one Radha and phone number, that is stored inside these two variable. Now DB. DB is a object of database handler. So DB dot add contact, that means in the database handler file there is one method called add contact, and there is two variable name and phone number, right? But over here new contact, so contact.java is called first, right, with two argument. So contact.java will call with two argument, name and phone number. So name contains Radha and phone number contains 9898, right? So Radha is stored inside nm1 and phone number 989898 will store in the phone number PNO1. I will repeat this code once again. See, this particular code is related with save button, which is the first button. So if first button is clicked, at that time this particular code is executed. Now see, there are two string variable I have taken. Why I have not taken ID over here? Because see, ID is incremented when you insert any record. So two variables I have taken, and from edit text I store data into the local variable. Now what is the next line? When you switch in this line, at that time first of all new contact. Contact is what? Contact.java. If you have declared student over here, at that time you need to write student over here, then RNO, NM, city, gender, birth date. In this way you can pass your data. But right now only two edit text I have taken, so NM and phone number. So NM stands for Radha, NM contains Radha and phone number contains 98. So that will be switched into this particular file, and local variable NM contains Radha and PNO1 contains 98 phone number. Let me again click into the main activity.java. Say for example, if you want to switch into this particular file, you need to take a cursor over here and control key, right? Control key from the keyboard, and you need to put cursor over here. When you click on that, control plus click, at that time it will automatically switch into that particular code. Now let me again click on main activity.java file. Now see, I want to switch into db.add contact file. So control plus add contact. So it calls this particular file. Now see, with add contact there is one argument contact C1. What is the value of C1? C1 means what? NM and phone number. So now what happens? I have created the object of SQLite database. Now I want to write or insert data into the database. So for that I need to open my database in a writable mode. So for that this dot get writable database, because I want to insert my record into the database. So for that I need to open it into the writable mode. Now content value is a class through which you can collect your values in the form of key and value, right? So content value class, then object of content value v1. So v1 dot put, what you need to put? Key nm and key phno. Now see, key nm and key phno is the name of our field, this one, table field or table column is there, right? So key nm equals to what? C1 dot get name, right? See, getter and setter method we have declared inside contact.java. So when you again click on this one, control click, at that time see, it will return nm1. Remember, nm1 is declared when we have called this constructor. Let me repeat because it may create some confusion. See, in main activity, our first button is clicked. Inside that nm and ph n, right? This is a local variable. Whatever the value we have placed inside edit text, that is copied into the local variable. Now see db.addContact, but before calling add contact, it switch into contact, right? And two argument constructor will be called. So name contains Radha and phone number contains 98. That data is copied into the local variable name1 and pno1. Now what happens? Now we call add contact method. So add contact is declared inside database handler. So it will call this particular coding. Comment line I have already given, adding new contact. Now I have created the object of SQLite database. I need to open that database in the writable mode because I want to make changes in it and I want to write the content inside the database. Now see, I want to fetch the data. So for that, content value is a class which gives me put method, and I can put the records in the form of key and value. So this is the key of our database, key nm and key phone number. C1 is the object of contact class, right? And get name, which is declared inside the contact class, right? So name we have already set with this and pno already set with this. So when you call this particular line c1.getName, so it will return Radha, and c1.getPhoneNumber will return 98 and store it into this particular variable. Now next is what? My requirement is there. After collecting these records, I want to insert it into the database. So to insert record in the database, you need to take the object of database, that is db.insert method, on which table I want to insert record, that is t_nm, that means context. See over here, tnm contains context, right? The next is called null column. First of all, I need to insert blank column and then I can insert data. Which data I need to insert? V1. V1 is a collection of key and value. So that record is inserted within this particular table. Let me explain this code once again. I have created one method called add contact inside database handler.java. So with the object of that class, I can call add contact over here. Add contact contains one argument called contact class. So when you call this particular method, at that time you need to pass contact as a argument. So over here, new contact will call the constructor of contact class. It will store value to the local variable and then call to the add contact method. Now add contact is a part of database handler.java. First of all, you need to create the object of SQLite database. You need to open your file in the writable mode. Content value is a class which stores and collects your data in the form of key and value. Using put method, you can store the data inside V1. C1.getName will return the name of the local variable. Similarly, getPhoneNumber will return phone number data. After that, if I want to insert record in the database, at that time I need to use the object of database, then insert method, then name of table in which I want to insert the record, the column would be blank in this time, at this time. And the last thing, V1. V1 is the object of content values class, which is the collection of key NM and key phone number. So in this way, the record Radha and number, phone number is inserted into the database. Similarly, the ID will automatically increment when you insert any record. You can see over here I have not mentioned any ID, but when I perform read operation, at that time it contains the ID over there because it is auto incremented. Then db.close, because database will be closed after addition of contact. Now see, next is called button 2. Button 2 is used for the reading purpose, right? So when I click on a second button, it is called read button. So read stands for the reading of all records from the database. So for that, what you need to do, you need to get all the contact from the database. So what code I have performed? List will list all the records from the database. So this is a list class. I have created the object of list class into bracket contact. Contact is a data type over here. This is a simple template I have designed. Now db.get all contacts. So this will call the method which is inside db. db is the object of database handler. So you must have db, your database handler file must contain get all contacts method. So let me control click on this method. See over here, right? To get all the contact details from the table, what you need to do, you need to list the contact. There is one variable clist. Inside that, new array list of contact, right? So in this way, the array of contact list will be generated. Now see, string. Now I want to get all the record from the database, so that I need to fire the query select. Select star from, then one space, right? And then name of table. What is the name of table? Contacts, right? If you put cursor over here also, at that time it will give you the suggestion that TNM is the value, TNM equals to contacts, right? So select star from contacts, that is the query. Now I need to fire that query. So for that, again I need to open my database in the writable mode. Let me create the object of cursor class, because one by one from first record to the last record, right, I want to move the cursor. So for that, I have created the object of cursor class db.rowQuery. Which query I need to use? Select star from TNM, and selecting argument means first time it would be null, then it will copy the first record, right? Now cr.move first, that means if you have 10 records, at that time all the 3 records are there in this particular cursor. Now what is my requirement? I want to move cursor from the last location to the first. So for that, the object of cursor class move to the first is a method through which your cursor will move from the last to the first. Now do contact C1 equals to new contact. C1.setID. Set ID, let me click on set ID. ID1 equals to ID. That means whatever the ID is 1 for the first time. So 1 is stored inside ID1. Again, C1.setName. SetName NM1. Radha is stored in NM1. After that, set phone number. So 98 will be stored inside the PNO1. So how this data is copied? cr.getString. Cr is the object of cursor. Let me repeat once again that Cr contains data in this way. Cr of 0 dot id equals to 1, Cr of 0 dot nm equals to Radha, Cr of 0 dot phone number equals to 989898, right? Similarly, suppose second row is there, Cr dot id equals to 2, Cr dot first column dot nm equals to Krishna, and Cr of 1 dot pno equals to 1 2 3 something, right? So Cr is a collection of this thing, cursor, right? It is a collection of this data. So Cr dot move first means your cursor is over here for the first time. Now set id, Cr dot get string of column 0. What is the string at column 0? 1. So 1 is copied over here. Now what is the value inside column index 1? Column index 1, this one. This is the first 0 row, 0 column, 0 row, first column, 0 row, second column. Similarly over here 1 0, 1 1 and 1 2. So what happens now? For the first time our cursor is over here. This is the row index, this is a column index. So column index is 0. So what is there in the column index 0? 1. What is there in the column index 1? Radha. What is there in the column index 2? Phone number, right? So 0, 1 and 2. So first data is added into the list. Now Cr dot move next. So now it's time to move the cursor over here, right? So now it's time to execute this statement. Now again C1 dot set id, Cr dot get string of column index 0. Over here 0 means 2, column index 1, 1 means Krishna, column index 2, 2 means 1 2 3. So again in the list this data is copied. Now see, if you have third record, at that time your cursor will move to the second to the third. But if right now I don't have any record, so Cr cannot move to the next. So this particular code is completed. Now what happens? CList contains all the data, right? So we are going to return CList. CList is an object of which class? List of contact. So if you return list of contact, at that time, see, return type would be list of contact. If you return integer, at that time return type would be integer. Let me repeat this code once again. What I have done, I have created the object CList of list of contact class, which is the collection of array list. Now see, I fired one query, select star from table name. Over here you need to write space. To execute this query, I have created the object of cursor class. Why I have taken cursor over here? Because I want to move my cursor from first location to the last location. So for that I have method move first and move next. Now db.row query, which query I want to fire? S1. S1 means select star from table name. SQLite database will be open in the get writable database. This is a list of our data. Cr.move first, that means on the first record it will move. Contact C1 equals to new contact. C1.set id, which id it will set? Which contains column index 0. Right now my cursor is on the first. So column index 0, this is the column index. So 1 Radha and phone number is set into the C1. So now this C1 I want to add inside C list. C list is the object of array list. So first record is inserted in the C list. Now cr.move next. Move next means what? On the second record. Again c1.setId. Which ID it will set? Column index 0. Column index 0 means 2. Column index 1 means Krishna. Column index 2 means 1, 2, 3. So again it will add data of C1 into the contact list. Now cr.move next, but cr is not able to move to the next. Why? Because there is no record available in the database now. So what we perform? Return CList. CList is the object of list of contact. So our return type would be list of contact. Now let me switch into the Java file. Over here our data is returned in the form of list of contact. Now we need to copy each row into the cn and cn.getId. Now see how it will return contact.getId. So ID is already set using setId. So 1 will be returned over here. So ID 1, name Radha and phone number 98. Similarly, again loop is executed and it will move to the next row, that is 2 Krishna and 1, 2, 3 record, right? So 2 Krishna and 1, 2, 3 is printed and it displays on a screen S1. Right, S1 is a string variable. Over here concatenation I have performed, right? So 1 Radha and contact number, right? So in this way data is executed. Now third button is used for the updation of record. So see, when you update any record, at that time you need to get new data as well as you need to have update ID. So for that I have one update ID field over here and one button update is over here, and this is used for the new name and new phone number. So how update code is executed? Say for example, I need to update 4 number ABC and 1, 2. Wait for 2 minutes. Shortcut key I have defined. So 4 number 1, 2 and 3. So now what happens? The ID number 4 contains new data ABC and 1, 2, 3, and I need to click on update button. Now let me click on read 1, 3 and 4 ABC1 and 1, 2, 3. Second record we have already deleted, right? That's why it is not there over here. Now see what happens now. I need to take 3 variables. One is called ID. ID I will get from edit text UPDT ID. New name I will get from edit text 1. New phone number I will get from edit text 2. Now see, update contact. Before calling update contact, what is my requirement? Contact class. See, in the add we have passed 2 values, name and phone number, because at that time we do not requirement ID, but with update I require to have ID, because which numbers I want to update. That number I need to specify. So it will call 3 argument constructor over here. See over here. Got it? Now see what happens. 1 is stored inside, 4 is stored inside ID1, NM1 will store inside, name is stored inside NM1 and phone number will store inside PHNO. Now what happens? It will call update contact from the database handler. Now see, you can predict the code that update contact will return integer number. Why? Because integer UID variable equals to, I have called this method. So update contact will return integer value. See over here, its return type is integer and into bracket contact C1. Now again we have opened our database in a writable mode. Content value C1.getName, C1.get phone number. This is same as insert code. This is same up to this, right? Now see over here we need to insert a new record, but right now I want to update record, right? So db dot update. Which record I want to update? Table name, new values which is there with the v1. Now see, this is a where clause because we need to specify that I want to update this particular record. So for that, key ID equals to, before equals to there is one space, equals to question mark. Which ID I want to update? The ID which is c1.getID, that is 4 in our case, right? So this is a syntax which you need to follow. We need to convert it. See, get ID will return the data in the form of integer, so you need to convert it into the string. So string dot value of c1 dot get ID. In this case we change record number 4. We have updated record number 4 over here, right? So there is get ID will return 4. So it will return 4th column and update it with the new values key NM and key phone number. Let me repeat this code once again from the main activity only. What I have done, when I click on a third button, I require to have new name, new phone number and update ID in which I want to update my record. Update ID I will get from the edit text UPD ID, new name I get from E1, new phone number I get from E2. Now see, the following code is declared inside database, but before calling it, it will call 3 argument constructor. Why? Because I need to specify the ID, which ID I want to update. That record I need to specify. So over here I have called 3 argument constructor. In insert I have called 2 argument constructor because the record ID is automatically incremented in the insertion. Now see, over here UID is a integer variable and I have called update contact method with the help of this. So naturally update contact will return integer value. Now SQLite database, get writable database, content value, v1 dot put, which value I need to put? c1 dot get name, c1 dot get phone number. So this will return Radha or 9898. Now see, db dot update. So now what happens? Our new data is what? ABC and 123, right? So that is ABC and 123, not Radha and 98, but over here c1 dot get name will return ABC and c1 dot get phone number will return 123. Now which table I want to update? Table name with values v1, V1 is a collection of ABC and 1, 2, 3. Where clause? Because with the update I need to use where. Update table, table name. Then city equals to new city, where ID equals to this, right? So that is the syntax of Oracle. Over here, where clause, where key ID equals to new string, which key ID? C1 dot get ID. That means ID number 4. So it will return the value, replace the value of ID number 4 and return that number. Now see, if that ID is not equals to 0, at that time it will print record updated successfully. But if it will return 0, that means there is no record. Sometimes it may be possible that whatever the ID you have declared, see in this case, ID number 3 is not available. Not 3, but it is 2, right? ID number 2. See over here, let me read. Second record is not available over here, right? So let me click on second and let me click on update. So it will message record not updated. Why? Because in that case UID double equals to 0, because there is no records which has been updated. So it will move into else portion and record not updated is printed, and E1.setText and E2.setText is set to the null. You can also set text update ID also, right? So you can also set it edit text UPTD ID dot set text equals to blank. So this number will get blank over here. So this is called update. Now I want to delete record. So for deletion of record, what is my requirement? I just need to give the number, suppose 3. So that is deleted. So there is only the requirement of ID. Now let me read. Third record is not displayed. Why? Because I need to get ID from edit text, delete contact. Which contact? Delete ID. So this will call single argument constructor. Let me repeat once again. This will call 2 argument constructor. While insertion of record, this will call 3 argument constructor at a time of updation. Now this will call 1 argument constructor, right, with 1 argument. ID equals to, in our case ID is 3, so ID 1 equals to 3. Now what happens? DB dot delete contact. So it will switch into the delete contact, which is defined inside database handler. Open our database in writable mode. DB dot delete. This is a syntax which you need to follow. And if you want to see the syntax, you just need to put your cursor on delete. First of all, string table, string where clause, and string where argument. So on which table I want to perform delete operation? That is T underscore nm. That means on context table. Then where clause. Where clause means K underscore ID plus equals to and question mark. This is a syntax only, right? So it is equals to C1 dot get ID. C1 dot get ID means third record, right? So if key underscore ID equals to 3, I want to perform delete. So to insert record in the database, you need to use insert operation. To update your database, you need to perform update operation, and to delete database you require to fire delete query. Each contains different argument. When you delete query, table name, where clause, and where string, right? This string C1 dot get ID, third number I want to delete, so it will delete record from the database. Then toast record deleted successfully. and both the text box is cleared. Same for the previous one. If you want to clear this particular edit text, then you can use edt delete id equals to blank. Now the last one is called total number of record. So to count the total number of record, you need to use try catch block because it may generate exception. So try integer variable total equals to db.get context count. Now see, db.get context count will return integer value. Why? Because the data type of total is integer. So let me click on get context count, integer is there. Now see what I need to do, SQLite DB get our database into the readable mode because I want to read the content of database. So I open my database in the readable mode. Now select query, but remember after from you need to put one space, otherwise it will generate error. And simple create the object of cursor db.rowQuery s1, right, and then return c1.getCount. GetCount is a method through which you can count the total number of records available with the cursor adapter. So it will return 2 or 3 or number of records available in the database. So it will return to the integer and fetch over here in the total and count total number of records. And if any exception or any error is occur, at that time it will return unable to count. So this is the program which is based on the connectivity. In this program we have taken the example of insert, update, delete, read and count. So 5 operations we have performed with the connectivity. And what is the name of our table? Contacts, right? Instead of contact, you can create table like student, employee, department, marks. You can take example of any tables and accordingly you can create your application. I hope the connectivity program is properly cleared. You need to parallelly design 3 files. First is called mainActivity.java, second is called contact.java and third is called databasehandler.java. Generally, contact.java contains the list of getter and setter method regarding the variables, as well as you need to define different kinds of constructor within the contact.java. Main activity and database handler both can be designed parallelly, right? So don't write whole code of first main activity.java and don't design database handler.java. You need to parallelly implement both the programs. Then only you are able to understand the code between these two files. Both the files are connected with each other, right? And database handler is a file in which is used to create SQLite database. Now see, whatever the data we have created over here, if I want to see that table, at that time you need to click on view button. You need to go into the tool window, click on device explorer, click on data, again click on data, click on com.example.myapplication because that is the package name of our application. Click on databases. Over here see contact manager and contact manager journal. It is automatically created. Now see, I want to see the records regarding these two. So what you need to do, you need to select both, right click, save as. Right now I want to save this database on the desktop, right? So select desktop, on directly desktop, click OK. So now let me minimize this particular code. See over here, contact manager and contact manager journal is there. Now see, there is one software which is called DB browser for SQLite, right? This software you need to install in your computer if you want to see the database you have created with the SQLite at that time. In my computer I have already installed, so you need to click on it. You will get screen like this. Now click on open database, click on desktop, all files, contact manager. See over here, contacts table is there. See the syntax. Create contacts, ID, integer, primary key, auto increment, name, text. This query we have already fired with this particular database handler. I hope you might have remembered this one. It is over here, see. You can see, right? Now if I want to see the records of contact database, at that time you can click on browse data, click on table first and then browse table, right? So you can browse your record over here, 1 Radha 9898 4 ABC1 1 2 3. Second and third record we have already deleted, so it is not available over here. One more thing I want to include over here, that see, if you make any changes in this particular table, will not reflected in the following database, because our database is located over here, right? We have just copied and pasted, and this is just for the displaying of your record. If you make any changes over here, will not be reflected in our Android Studio. So be careful regarding such, right? DB browser for SQLite, that is the name of our software. So I hope it is properly clear. Now let me share the notepad file of our today's session. It is bit lengthier. You can take a screenshot and you can write in the journal, but write this program properly, because this is the most IMP program which can be asked in the practical as well as during the theory session. Now let me scroll down up to the vertical orientation. Let me scroll down up to save button. This is a designing file. Let me scroll down up to update button. Let me scroll down up to delete button. Let me scroll down up to main activity.java file. This is a coding file, main activity.java. Let me scroll down up to the database handler. In onCreate method, we have created the object, we have find it view by ID. Let me scroll down up to button 5. Set onClick listener for all the buttons. Override onClick event. Let me scroll down up to e2.setText. Button number 2 is used for the reading purpose. Let me scroll down up to new phone. Let me scroll down up to toast. Over here our main activity.java file is completed. Now you need to write contact.java file, which is a collection of constructor and getter and setter method. Let me scroll down up to single argument constructor, setter method for ID. Let me scroll down up to this. Over here our contact.java is completed. Now it's time to design database handler.java. Let me scroll down up to that. We have created the variable of different data type. In future, if you want to change any field, you just need to change over here, nowhere else. Let me scroll down up to, let me scroll down up to KID. Let me scroll down up to on upgrade. This is a code regarding the insertion of new contact in the database. Let me scroll down up to v1.put. Let me scroll down up to clist.add. Let me scroll down up to cursor.close. This is the steps which you need to follow to open your database in the DB database helper. So the software which is used to see the SQLite tables or database, you need to install DB browser for SQLite. Open your database, select all the files, contact manager and open. So this is the program which is based on the connectivity of, and over here I have taken the example of context. You can take the example of student, employee or department or any other table. I hope the concept is properly cleared. Over here we have completed unit number 3, right? So 4 unit we have basically completed, because unit number 4 we have already completed. So in our next session we will start with the last unit, that is introduction to iPhone, and I will teach you the theory which is based on the iPhone. Thank you all.